Greetings, Lemurian Starseeds of the New Earth Rising, waking up into the New Earth frequencies, the resonance of heaven on Earth. So many intense, powerful energies coming in. Last night, I had the vision of the great white eagle flying freely for all of humanity. And as I embody the gold white eagle, I transmit to you the codes for today. More blasts of 5D higher dimensional plasma waves, intense higher dimensional energies from the great central sun pulsing in. We had a great blast of white light of 59 hertz pouring in today, appearing on the Schumann charts as white streaks or bands coming in. Many ascension activations with these energies. We are preparing for these powerful energies in this eclipse portal of the blood moon on the 26th of May. We are being activated in the highest order. Many from the collective going through a dark night of the soul. We walk gently, sacred paths with heart. Be kind and compassionate to each other and inspire others by being inspired. Keep anchoring in your higher codes of light into the grid, ley lines, the dragon lines of Pachamama. Allow them to flow through your rainbow bridge deep into the crystalline core of Mother Earth as we rise through this ascension vortex into the new earth. As we ground deeply into Great Mother, we ascend with the Great Spirit, bridging heaven and earth. We've got this, warriors of the rainbow tribes of the new Jerusalem. Love has won, victory to the light. Nothing is stopping us now. All aboard the peace train. So come and join the living. Much blessings and love in the divine light of the great mystery. Aho. And with these powerful waves coming in, we had 106 and 1.5 or greater earthquake activations all over Pachamama. The most powerful today was a 5.5 in Southeast Indian Ridge. Earlier today, Argentina in the sacred portal. In the most southern tip of the Amazon rainforest, we had a 5.1 activation very deep into Pachamama, 598 kilometers depth. Solomon Islands, son of the moon, 4.5. This is on the Ring of Fire, the new Lemurian energies coming in. We had south of Fiji, right on the Tropic of Capricorn, a 4.4 activation, very deep, also 545 kilometers depth. Vine 44, the 8.8 portal. El Salvador, the land of our Mayan elders, Central America, 4.3. In the sacred portal, Nepal. Pokhara, a 4.5 in our sacred Himalayan mountains. This is the divine masculine Kundalini of Mother Earth. Southeastern East Pacific Rise at a 5.1. Puerto Rico, San Antonio, 3.1. And in the heart of Lemuria, Ahala, Hawaii, 3.2. Dali, China, 4.6. San Antonio de los Cobres, Argentina, 5.0, in the foothills of our sacred Andes Mountains. This is divine feminine Kundalini of Pachamama. In the sacred portal were the three holy mountains, Tien Shan, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun in the middle, Himalayan in the south. They come together to form this trident, this trinity, into this convergence point in Tagab, Afghanistan, 4.6 magnitude, and in Peru, also Andes Mountains, home of our sacred Condor, 4.4. So we had a double 44 of the 8.8 of the Lion's Gate of our Lyra nation, the Royal Lions of Lemuria, and in the sacred portal in Turkey today, with a 4.5 Council of 9 coming in. And this is right on the Mediterranean in the Taurus Mountains. Taurus, the Taurian, the bull, on the edge of the Sea of Crete. With these activations coming in, divine feminine Christ energies fully activated, fully aware. Goddess, she is rising. We're feeling this through our sacred portal. Many people receiving heart activations, feeling these through sensitive heart palpitations, also crown awakenings, pulsing in the third eye, in the sky eye, in the crown, and also the crystal palace. This brings in many of the light codes, these sound frequencies, these high pitches many are hearing, emanate from the still center, from we call the Garden of Eden, the sacred sanctuary in the center. This is the land of paradise. The closer we get in the vortex, in the spiral to the center, the more peace, the more harmony, the more balance, the more unity. The center is total unity, total peace, total bliss. And the compression breakthrough is when we break through all layers, all dimensions, all realms, return to innocence, to our pure awareness, as we anchor the two worlds, duality and unity, peace and chaos, light and dark. We find the neutral point in the center and live from this stillness, from this peace within. This is the kingdom of heaven within, and the kingdom of God is at hand. For the Gnosis is coming in to remind us of our I Am presence that is fully activated. It is God in motion. It is the stillness in action, the stillness in motion, the simulated movement of change, transformation, as we navigate these waters of the ocean of consciousness to bridge the two worlds, the inner, the outer, the internal, the external, emptiness, form into emptiness. We balance the two in our heart center, and we live from that center, transmitting our peace, our love, and our truth to humanity, to the world. For in the heavens and on the earth, I alone am the world-honored one. I honor the world, and the world honors me. And together we manifest harmony. Now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 0 degrees 49 minutes Virgo. The sun is at 29 degrees 10 minutes Taurus. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 0 degrees Taurus. A peacock parading on the terrace of an old castle. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 1 degree Virgo. In a portrait, the best of a man's features and traits are idealized, from astrologyweekly.com. And today, my sacred Condor pulls a card from the tarot deck for you, the deck Enchanted Forest from Lunea Weatherstone. And the card she pulled for you today is 4 of Challenges. The forbidding winter forest offers little in the way of comforts or relief. Thorns, icicles, and sharp frozen branches torment the weary traveler. Landmarks are few, footprints are quickly obscured by flurries. You can feel like you will never escape this fearsome wood, and then you come upon a miracle. In the midst of the gloom shines a green-leafed rowan tree in full berried fruit. Of all the trees in the enchanted forest, rowan offers the most powerful protection from both magical and earthly attacks. The earth around the tree is also green, providing a blessed place of sanctuary and repose. This card shows that there is an opportunity for you to find some peace, even if you still have challenges ahead. Getting out of the winter wood, for one. Determine what sanctuary would look and feel like, and then insist on availing yourself of it. When you are in the midst of a conflict, taking a time out can often lead to a greater clarity, solution, the strife. There is nothing to be gained by pursuing the problem right now, meaning at a glance, gathering your inner resources and replenishing your spiritual strength. Respite, sanctuary in times of trouble, a temporary peace, a closer look. Wanderers have tied scraps of cloth to the tree as grateful offerings for shelter provided to body and soul. And from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith, Schumann resonance spiking for 10 plus hours and still going. We are in an energy tunnel now leading to the full moon on the 26th. The full moon will start the lead up to June. As you know, May has continued the theme of purging and releasing those deep emotional traumas within us all. June asks you to look outside yourself, to look at the big picture of you. June is about action, and it's going to be exciting. That change from inner observance to outer is going to be a big one. Today, though, we still need to focus on releasing those inner emotions, wounds, and traumas. You have 11 days remaining. The more you release the light, the higher you ascend. The higher you ascend, the more light you can hold in your body. The more light you hold, the stronger your abilities become. Everything you don't release comes with you to this next phase in June. I know it's not fun to look within and meet those areas you've been trying to avoid, but when you do and then release it, you will feel like you dropped a 1,000-pound weight that until that moment you had been unaware you were carrying. Your life, your inner work, your ascension. You are changing, one step at a time. From agirlintheuniverse.com, and today from Divine Brostar of the Light of the Huna Nation, Mawata Taki, 2121, 369, Atomic Infinitum, Hunascope, 2201 through 1001. When I call the Huna, I speak from outside the light. When I call the name, I call the nameless one. In this action, the light of the nameless one is found, she, he, who is there at the first light of first love. Through the depths of the first stone and first fire, I crack open the infinite levels to the atomic energy of the fractal. It is there in the darkness where I find the first breath of the first birth. No spectrum colors exist there, but the color of the heart. If you are lost, I will find your fractal. If you are calling, I will sense you. If you are falling, I will catch you. I have come to earth to follow you. I have called upon the nameless one known as Huna Matea, planet of new light, so that you may find yourself and find the life inside of the first light. I am no god or goddess. I am no lord over you. I raise you up above my head. I am the child of light from beyond light, the tiny voice from heaven. You can find me at Stargate number 1, the door of the child. This is my story, and I'm sticking to it. From HOH.Earth. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Camilla Ackerstrom. Beloved ones, many are tested to the core in this time in various ways. We are walking through our fires. We are being asked to walk in truth and integrity and choose the higher frequencies of the new earth. When we choose the higher frequencies, the lower densities and fair consciousness will fade away. That means that we need to choose truth and compassion in every step we take. Step by step, we learn to anchor within the higher frequencies. As we do this, we rise in consciousness and love, Camilla. And from Sparks of Divine Light Healing, we are in a Pleiadian portal the rest of this week until the 23rd. We have a lot of energy streaming in right now from the central sun, as our sun has now aligned with the Pleiades. This alignment occurs twice a year. It will occur again in November. During the May alignment, the Pleiades is aligned with the sun. The November alignment occurs when the Pleiades is opposite the sun. That means this week will be bringing a lot of solar energy with it. In fact, the dance between our sun and the Pleiades that began on Beltane is going to continue to play out until the morning of the summer solstice. This dance takes the form of an infinity shape. This is a beautiful sign for love and twin flames. The Pleiades star system is located right between the Taurus and Gemini constellations. We shift out of Taurus season and into Gemini season May 22nd. We are going to really feel this shift as it's in the middle of this portal. This portal will really peak and be at its strongest the 20th through the 21st. Expect the cosmic energies to get intense. These galactic energies are bringing some major DNA activations. The last few days of Taurus season are powerful to be getting things done. Any Lemurian Starseed will be feeling these energies and the activations coming through a little extra. These crystalline energies are bringing a lot of light codes and downloads with them. You may be having ear ringing, hearing buzzing or tones, or pressure in the head or headaches. From sparksofdivinelightshealing.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Aurora Ray, the Galactic Federation Current Narrative. We would like to emphasize the importance of not letting yourself get pulled into the current narrative. As usual, things are not as they might appear at first glance. It's so easy to be dragged down into worry and despair about the events on your planet. This fear should not be your place of residence. The dark forces are trying everything to regain their power, and they will stop at nothing. Everything is designed to keep you stuck in the 3D matrix construct of fear and control, and yet it is crucial for your own good and specifically for your Ascension vibes to keep vibrating higher. If you succeed in raising your frequency and keeping it, you will quickly see that beyond the lies and web of illusions, you can imagine it like a puppet theater in which actors play different parts. Some are the bad guys and others pretend to be the good guys, while the actual good ones are absent from the scene. The dark forces have always used holographic inserts, staged events, and all kinds of trickery supported by the mainstream media outlets that they own and control to create a reality for you that would bind you to their magic spells, literally. Not buy any more tickets to this show. Be peaceful, be kind, be compassionate, and be patient. If you have trained yourself and evolved in the past years, now is the time to put your loving talents to work. Many are in fear right now. They need your stability and loving support. We have communicated this to you many times before, and we think that only now the time has come for you to truly understand what we have meant by these words. You must become the keepers of frequency. This means that you not only raise your vibration, but you keep it high no matter what. This is how you can make this frequency accessible to others. You cannot go around dragging people to 5D. You cannot force humans to awaken, and you do not know what their souls have chosen to experience within this lifetime. You cannot violate their free will, but you can make your life an example that invites others to follow, to partake in your beautiful experience, to share your wisdom and to find peace in yours. Do not believe what the media tells you, not for a moment. Turn off your TVs and spend more time with Mother Nature. Sit under a tree, breathe deeply, and know that all is in divine order. They cannot win, and they are fully aware of it. They just want to cause as much pain and fear and chaos as long as they can to get one last kick out of it. This is the victory of the light. So today we ask you to stay grounded and to keep the faith in the divine plan so that others too may feel more at peace. We love you. We are here with you. We are the family of light. Aho, Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation, from the galacticfederation.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel, releasing the patterning of pain and suffering. The massive energy shifts are escalating, and with it deep purification, such as humankind has never experienced before. As I mentioned in my new Spinal Column webinar on Saturday, we need now to let go of all patterning of pain and suffering, all the old fears, the predator-prey programming, the false belief systems, the old personas and actors' roles we took on for so many lifetimes on Earth, and in this one, all serve us no longer. I deeply went into the patterning of pain which clogs up the spinal column, and thus our cosmic antenna. When we cling to old patterning of pain and suffering, we indeed cannot ascend into the higher dimensional state and assume the new light body. We cannot take any baggage with us. All is returning to us the heart of love, power of love, unconditional love, love in its purest divine sense, which surpasses all understanding. The releasing needs to come from deep within ourselves and our willingness to release it and not cling onto it in any way, because we may have payoffs clinging to it. It may gain us sympathy or victimhood, but in truth it just adds to pain and suffering. Indeed, all paths lead within. What is within manifests without. Intense energetic upgrades will escalate, increase beyond anything known before. We literally are shedding everything which was before. All at this time it is important to follow the ancient Zen wisdom and keep chopping wood while we shed all the old parts and allow ourselves to be transformed, transfigured, and lifted into a totally new life and new existence, and a much higher vibrational frequency, thus dimensional state. Open the heart to ever greater levels of unconditional love and apply the same. In truth, we are all one. There are no boundaries. There are no divisions. There are no they, no them, and we. We are all one. The new earth is steeped and operates in unity and oneness and infinite space. This is what was meant by the camel going through the eye of the needle. Unless the camel allows itself to be transformed and transfigured, thus fluid and forming and being reinvented. It cannot move through the proverbial wormhole. We're entering superspace. We're entering the intergalactic age. We cannot enter that space in the old embodiments. We need to transform into a new creation in a much higher vibrational frequency in order to claim our cosmic citizenship. And believe me, the old engines and all the noise pollution and everything else will cease to be. For the new creation is one with all, and all is one, and there will be no noise pollution, and indeed all will work with the same universal energy, which is available for all to tap into and utilize, and indeed share, in harmony with Mother Earth, and indeed all creation. Indeed, omnipresence will fill us, and thus harmony and peace. More than this, the power of love will reign. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Brenda Hoffman. Life Tapestry Creations. It's their dark night of the soul, not yours. Today is a day of jubilation, for much has been achieved. In truth, more than you imagined possible before your entry to the earth in this lifetime. Such is so because you wish to experience new earth. It is not known as how you will react to the new you in this new earth. Doing so is more confusing than you anticipated, for 3D behaviors are at times overlapping your new needs, and all is happening simultaneously. Of the energy shifts happening this year, the next few weeks will be the most confusing, for you are surrounded by those experiencing their dark night of the soul while attempting to discover and live your joy. Part of you feels wrong experiencing joy. For those you love are crying out in pain. At the same time, you do not have much interest in those crying out in pain, for your dark night of the soul is your past. You want those you love to snap out of it. What is their problem? Why are they so finicky, bad-tempered, ill at ease, and cantankerous? Why can't they not enjoy life? So it is the two of you in different places, something you do not wish to prolong. So you push, pull, and drag them into a joy they cannot yet feel. A bit like an older sibling insisting a younger sibling has to have the same skill set. Those in their dark night of the soul cannot understand you, just as you have difficulties understanding them. It seems as if the gap between you and those you love is too great to ever return to what used to be. Perhaps words are exchanged that are uncomfortable for both. Perhaps there is a physical separation that seems too great to heal. This is where your joy enters, for you are beginning to process your world through your new capabilities. It is as if one moment you are angry at the one you love, only to realize you are expecting too much of them now. The divide between you and those you love will disappear the moment you allow yourself to understand they are no longer you. In 3D, you expected those you loved to complete you, to be the other half of you. New you fully understands that concept never was possible. That in New Earth, two whole beings create a third entity stronger than either, and another cannot slip within another one's being to make them stronger or better. In 3D, couples most often discovered the skills they were least interested in and allowed their mate to perform that task or knowledge. Such is no longer true. Now that each being is becoming unique, those skills that never held much interest will be eliminated. You are most often assigned 3D tasks related to your sex, age, race, and community needs. Even though you did not necessarily enjoy those tasks, you fulfilled them because someone had to. Those who shirked their assigned tasks were isolated or demeaned. Those beyond 3D no longer have assigned tasks, nor will they ever. 3D humans are most similar to a caterpillar with limited options of movement. Butterflies travel throughout the world with few limitations. Males transitioning beyond 3D will likely not have the same interests as was true or expected in 3D. Just as will be true for females. Some females might decide to function much as a male did in 3D or vice versa. There are no rules beyond 3D. The only new rule you find is to be yourself. That does not mean you caretake those during their dark night of the soul, nor does it mean you will wait for them to push through their dark night. Your joy, your role is to follow your interests, even if those you love are not interested in the same areas or actions. Many of you worry that those you love will not shift or do not do so in time for you to share the joys of the new earth with them. even though such is unlikely given that those you love have started their transition by entering their dark night. It is none of your business if they decide to slow or halt their progress. You cannot live their life for them, nor can you slow or hasten their progress. Those you love are not tied to you, even though you might want them to be. They are unique individuals following their unique plans, something you cannot hasten or slow down. Any more than a butterfly can encourage a caterpillar to become a butterfly. Even though the butterfly was once a caterpillar, the two no longer interact. They are different. The caterpillar becomes a butterfly because they must do to their inner urgings, not because a butterfly friend or relative tells them to do so. So it is for you and your loved ones. They will do what they want and need to do, regardless of what you wish, say, or do. You are not their keeper, their lion tamer, or their guardian. Those you love will process the inner information they receive just as you did, and they will act upon that information if and when they please. You are no longer of 3D, and they are not yet necessarily beyond 3D. It is as if you expect house cats and lions to react the same in a confined area. Allow your loved ones to shift as they wish. Perhaps the two of you will soon be fitting together in the ethers once again. Perhaps not. That is their choice. Your choice and only choice is how you wish to adapt to the ethers. This is not to say that your loved ones will never shift, but instead their timing is their choice, not yours. Your role is to shine your light, and that is only possible if you follow your interests to find your joy. Stopping or slowing down so you can share your loved one's misery and fear helps no one, least of all your loved one. So be it. From LifeTapestryCreations.com. From Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, Servant of Yahweh. Intuitive understanding is bringing a new perspective and fresh eyes to see your reality from a new perspective. Christ consciousness continues activating and awakening our tribe into new areas of study, inspiration, and future prospects. Align with the changes and release the past mindset that you're breaking free of. There's a new way that you're birthing into. Guilt may be surfacing around your new, glorious life that's birthing. You're used to carrying others along out of obligations. Connections to these people and cycles are based on past life relationships you've had together. For the first time in multiple lifetimes, these soul contracts are ending. This upcoming eclipse energies commencing today, annihilating these past karmic contracts so you can ascend into your kingdom marriage with your kingdom spouse. The love and compassion you have based on codependency is to be released. This frequency of love and concern was never truly reciprocated back to you equally. In essence, you were being used and taken advantage of many times in the past. This created mental confusion that produced suffering and lack in the mindset. God is delivering verdicts on these obligations today to free you. The karma is balanced, bringing the end. A completely new direction and life path is opening for you to choose. Wisdom downloads and attunements are supporting your intuitive knowing to make sense of this all. Expansion is required that you remove all distractions and obligations you put on yourself. Setting boundaries is supporting your rebirth and is necessary. Be proud of yourself for setting boundaries for your mental and emotional health. A lot of Gnostic wisdom is ready to be channeled through you, with the peak of the full moon energies personally for you, which can be any time over the next 2 weeks. Connect with Spirit and follow what you know is right for you and your immediate family right now. Balance the chakras and ground in to receive these channeled messages Most High has for you. In Jesus Christus' name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from the great beings of the world. According to Tibetan Buddhism, today, May 19, 2021, on the 7th day of the 4th lunar month, auspicious day of Sagadawa, it is considered as the birth anniversary of Lord Buddha Shakyamuni. One night, Queen Mayadevi dreamed that a white elephant with 6 trunks descended from heaven and entered her womb. The white elephant with 6 trunks entered her womb indicated that on that very night she had conceived a child who was a pure and powerful being. The elephants descending from heaven indicated that her child came from Ushita, heaven, the pure land of Buddha, Maitreya, in 624 BC in a place called Lumbini. The Buddha emerged from his mother's side as she stood leaning against a tree in a painless and pure birth. He took 7 steps, and lotus flowers sprang up in his footsteps. When the king saw the child, he felt as if all his wishes had been fulfilled, and he named the young prince Siddhartha, or Savartha Siddha, meaning a man who achieves his goals. Over the last 30 years, I received mind-to-mind transmission from several Zen Buddhist masters of the lineage of Shakyamuni. This is the original Buddha, 2,500 years ago in India. I received mind-to-mind transmission through this lineage from Daido Roshi, Eiro Roshi, Ango Roshi, Sensei Ogoi, and Mujin Roshi. And I transmit the Buddha consciousness awareness to you through this sacred mantra. So take a deep breath and let go into the feeling that ever rises from this sacred sound. Ayata Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shacha Muni Yeshava. Tayata Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Sacha Muni Yeshava. Tayata Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shacha Muni Yashava Sacha Muni. Namaste. Now from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. First quarter moon in Leo, Mars in Cancer, sesquiquadrant, Jupiter in Pisces, Sun conjunct Sedna. We reach a critical turning point as we head towards the first of the eclipses at the end of the month. The moon and sun are on the final degrees of their signs, adding a sense of urgency and volatility. Mars out of bounds is easily triggered and apt to overreact with its connection to Jupiter. Our inner child is on the loose, sometimes delighting us, sometimes hogging the stage with their antics. Don't get caught up in the drama. Deep down, part of us is floundering. Perhaps we're mourning a loss of security, afraid of how we will survive, upset that others don't seem to share our values. The ego is taking a battering, and we're desperate to hold on to what is safe and familiar at all costs. But another part of us is willing to risk it all to bring back joy, light, color, and fun. Let feelings of urgency throw you off course. Look to where you may need to take a risk to get life moving again. Trust you'll land on your feet. Be brave and follow your joy. From LeahWhitehorse.com and from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 156, Yellow Cosmic Warrior. Cosmic is the name for the number 13, and its keywords are transcend, endure, and presence. This is the last day of the Yellow Seed Wave Spell and the last day of the Blue Western Castle of Burning. A castle is a 4 wave spell period, and the Tzolk'in divides into 5 castles. The Blue Western Castle of Burning is right in the middle of the Tzolk'in and contains the Red Serpent and Yellow Seed Wave Spell, which each have a 10-day Portal Day fun ride. So we not only transcend today everything we have learned in the last wave spell, but the whole 52-day castle. Today is Yellow Warrior, which represents questioning, intelligence, and fearlessness. The last day of a wave spell is the destiny the first day set out to reach. We began with Yellow Seed, which has an agenda of sowing awareness and flowering. It is the harvest wave spell where we reap what we have sown. And this last day, the Yellow Warrior, which is fearless, invites us to be warriors too. Intelligence is a key word because warriors are concerned with psychological warfare and is the battle of consciousness he or she is fighting. Join the army of intelligence, and may all the wisdom you have accumulated be your weapons. From Divine Sister of the Light, Christina, Papa Giorgio, Yellow Cosmic Warrior, Kin 156, 19th of May 2021, Transcending Battles, 19-5-2021 equal 10-5-5 equal 10-10 equal 1-1 equal 2, 10-10 Manifestation Gate, 19 Prince of Heaven, Fulfillment, Honor, Happiness, 5 Freedom, Change, Transformation, Liberty, 10 Manifestation, Power, Authority, 1 New Beginnings, Leader, Original, 2 Twins, Partner, Cooperation, In 156 equal 12 equal 3. Holy Trinity, joy, creativity, communication. A transformational, liberating day, manifesting transcendence. Congratulations, Star Blossoms. Today marks the final exit of our momentous gap journey through the core of the Tzolk'in. We are finally free from the added galactic activation portal intensities, so we should start to feel lighter and less encumbered having climbed the ladder. We have also arrived on day 13 at the final day in the yellow seed wave spell of awakening, flowering, new beginnings, ripening, opening to more light, blossoming into your highest potential. Today is the day the little yellow seed fearlessly blooms, opening its multi-layered petals and blossoming into its highest potential, revealing all its light through sheer luminescent presence as the enlightened cosmic rainbow warrior. Tone of creation, cosmic is the last and final tone of creation, the highest octave. Tone 13 operates in the spiritual realm. 13 is the mystical number of the cosmic order, the goddess, and synchronic natural time. Cosmic action transcends, power endures, essence presence. Today you have incredible spiritual power at your disposal to transcend all those old warrior battles, as the old paradigm and all its trappings dissolve into the cosmic mists. We can transform them through pure presence, translating into pure bliss. We have arrived, add some, I am here. This is the stage of having transcended the physical, emotional, and mental realms, and arriving at cosmic consciousness. Today we can be still and connect to the essence of our greatest light, frequency of pure, internal presence. So, beloveds, a very powerful divine day to fearlessly step up and radiate even greater light through your pure presence. Go forth and radiate. Today's question is, how can I transcend the battles of the past and fearlessly illuminate my true awakened light through pure presence? Finally, let's go cosmic, the transcendent dynamic that runs the whole show, the all-encompassing everything that is the cosmic 13 perfectly transcends, taking magic flight and returning to the one, magnetic tone 1 once again. And so we bid adieu to Kwan, the bountiful yellow seed, who enabled us to overcome the darkness and grow tall and strong, awakening masses of souls now much wiser and embodying more light. Now that we have cracked open our seed pods and rediscovered our greatest potential stored within us, we are ready to set forth on our new journey. Tomorrow we commence a brand new wave spell packed with synchronicity and flow, guided by Kwan, Red Earth, our trusty companion, and so our journey through the dream spell continues. Divine blessings for your cosmic transcendence into your highest embodiment of light, stepping away from the battle and into the light of Source. And Lakek Alakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. In 156, Yellow Cosmic Warrior, the mantra, the code for today is, I endure in order to question. Transcending fearlessness, I seal the output of intelligence with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of universal fire. And on this powerful cosmic day of awakening and transformation, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to take the time to thank everyone for supporting us in our work and our mission. We rely on our monthly pledges on Patreon and our donations for our daily living expenses. If you'd like to support our work and mission and help us to be able to continue bringing these transmissions to the world, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/primedisclosure. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Arifa Gill, for another donation. Thank you very much, Sister of the Light. We appreciate all of you and your support, your donations, and your pledges, and for all you do for humanity. I'd also like to thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors art business on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful goddess totems, jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. I'd like to finish today's transmissions with 2 powerful activations and codes, starting with our Pleiadian bro-stars and sisters of the light. Pleiades 1 messages, May 19, 2021. P1, calling Terrans for origins recognition, attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Heavenly powers are present. Auric strengthening increases. Fleets regroup for the solar environment. MID discussions are finalized. Plan A still active. Waking calls increase. 1111 symbologies expand. Capsules are opened and reverberate. Panorama expands to Terrans. Attention, align, the bearers of the star. Support of projector for illumination started, 32% non-regressive. Line, the bearers of the star. Line illumination in progress, 32% non-regressive. The light celebrates. Divine artistic expanded plus revealing moments, plus 11. Proj Sust 11, 51% non-regressive. P1. Synth 11 Terrans, 96% non-regressive. Hermetic synchronization started, 65% non-regressive. Hermetic reverberations in progress, 65% non-regressive. Temporarily end of transmission, Pleiades 1, potentiating Lemurian inheritances from disclosurenews.it. And our powerful divine decree from Divine Sister of the Light, Sandra Walters. I call forth the highest trajectories for my ascension to unfold now as freedom, abundance, pure embodiment, and self-realization. And with that, we thank you for joining us today on another powerful day of awakenings, activations, transformations, transfigurations. And always remember, I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the light. I and my mother, Father God are one, and I am that I am. There is no separation, only in the simulation. For ultimately, we are beyond the one and the many and the one. And with the power of our mighty I Am presence, are activated in this now, in the divine freedom codes, the divine abundance, divine sovereignty. So keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, and shining brightly your light into the void. Be sure to make it the best day ever. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. Namaste.